One thing I absolutely hate doing is clothes shopping. I hate going to the mall. I hate going to stores to look for clothes. There are too many options and I'm a very indecisive person when it comes to picking out what kind of clothes I like. But actually the thing I hate the most about going shopping for clothes is the price. I hate buying new clothes at super expensive prices only to be tired of them a week or two after I buy them. My friend told me about a flea market located here in Seoul that has some wonderful clothes and other accessories that I can try out at very cheap prices, so I don't need to go to the mall. And spend all of my hard-earned money on fancy new clothes. So I'm gonna go to Dongmyo Flea Market to do some window shopping and maybe buy a new sweater, possibly a new hat. I know you guys are tired of seeing me wear this hat all the time. Wow, so I've made it here to Dongmyo Flea Market, and the first thing that I can say is that there are so many people out here selling things and buying stuff. I know that Seoul is a very densely populated city, but sheesh, there are like so many people out here. It's crazy. And from what I can see, you can buy all kinds of stuff. Actually, I don't even know where I should start to look for anything that I want. Just keep following the people down the street and eventually, yeah, you too. USA. Oh, okay, cool. I lived in Georgia for 22 years.
Oh, so you're 22 years old?
No, I'm short. I wish. Okay, we found a place here that sells hats. Francois probably should buy a new hat because the dusty one I have on my head is probably out of style or out of date. Actually, it doesn't matter about my hat as long as I like it, right? That's the most important thing. Seriously, they have so many different hats.
요거는 5,000원.
5,000원?
예.
5,000원.
예. 나머지 10,000원, 10,000원.
10,000원, 10,000원. 아, 알겠습니다. 감사합니다. Wow. So many things, and you can even get some of these fake watches and some wallets here as well. Actually, I don't know if I should say they're fake watches. They're watches, but maybe they're not. I guess name brand is what I want to say. Okay, this place is just immense. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these people. All of these things that you can come here and buy. Wow. I actually don't know very much about Dongmyo Market. I heard that a lot of celebrities come here to, do some shootings and stuff, but yeah, I don't see like any celebrities today, but what I do see is that there are a lot of foreigners here. So I think this is like one of the hot spots, tourist hot spots here in Seoul. I mean, there are just so many clothes here. Like definitely if you're looking to buy clothes at discounted prices, you should come here. And remember, these clothes and these shoes, I heard that they're like secondhand, but a lot of these shoes and clothes actually look like they're brand new. So maybe this could be an alternative to going to, an alternative to going to the malls to buy your clothes. Just come here. Okay, this area here is more calm because it's like in the back, in the shadows. But nope, there's still a lot of people walking down that street over there. So, man, I don't know. Maybe we should start down there and then work our way back inside. But what I do like are all of the clothes in this area are like situated against this wall, this ancient wall. So it's like you can have a bit of modernity and history at the same time. Okay, this place looks like the IT store. Looks like it has everything on the inside. Korean, traditional clothes, and modern clothes. Let's take a look. As soon as you walk in, all types of shoes. These are definitely secondhand. The thing about this place is that it feels warm in here. It's so cold outside. Wow. Oh, there's a handsome guy right there. Whoa. Okay, they got hanbok over here on the walls. So maybe when you come to Korea and you want to buy hanbok to take back with you, instead of going to like the really touristy areas like in the center of Seoul, like Gyeongbokgung, that area, you can just come here and like buy some cool classic hanbok. I got jerseys in here. I've got sweatpants, and oh, all of these. Well, not all of them, but like this rack here says what Mano-chan one. The Mano-chan is like 15,000. Then Iman one is 20,000. Iman one. And this is Saman one, 30,000. These are definitely at discounted prices, much more discounted than you would find in other places, like department stores and such. I'm pretty sure if you put on like these sweatshirts, or excuse me, these sweatpants, like no one could really tell the difference between like this and Nike. And then it's getting really cold and it's windy in Korea. 30,000 won for one of these Nike coats. You don't even need the Nike. You just get it because it's got this wind-breaking material on the outside. Guys, let me know like in the comment section if there's any like special history about Dongmyo Market, or if celebrities come here and do their thing. Like I'm really interested to know more about this area. I didn't do so much research because I just wanted to come here and like have no kind of expectations. And here's something that I really love about Korea, I love about this country, is that you can find these really niche mom and pop restaurants hidden in the back alleys of all of the neighborhoods, mostly all of the neighborhoods here in Seoul. And they have like so many different foods that you can eat, a variety. Like here's 𝐒𝐧 which is my favorite. It's like banquet noodles. Oh my goodness. If you eat these with kimchi, you will die. I promise you, you will die. It's so delicious. And then they have kimchi jan, they have buchu jan. They have, jan is like Korean pancakes, fried, made with like vegetables or sometimes different kinds of meat and things like that. And then of course they have the ever-present soju. They have beer, 𝐼𝐥 𝐒𝐚𝐥, like a different kind of drinks. Maybe it's soda. Yeah, so wow, maybe later if I'm hungry I'll come back here if I don't find another place to eat. But I really love mom and pop places here in Korea. Hey, this market doesn't really have any like rhyme or reason to it. It kind of reminds me of the black market that I went to in Mongolia, in Ulaanbaatar, and also the market I went to in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. But those markets were more like organized. This one is kind of like, everywhere there's everything. It's not like you can go to one section and find, the one particular thing that you need, which is not a bad thing. If you come here, like you can just go to every different area and there's just gonna be everything everywhere. I also heard there was an area where you can find like old camera equipment, lenses and things like that. So hopefully if I keep walking, I'll randomly like stumble into that area, because as it stands now, I don't see it at all. Oh, but it's getting cold in Korea, as I mentioned earlier. So if you need like a big winter coat, probably want to come here, check this place out, because you're going to get these coats on discount. I'm walking around looking for the next interesting boutique area here. I just want to give a shout out to my channel members. Thanks a lot for joining the channel and supporting the action here that we're doing every week. And if you guys feel like joining the channel, becoming a sponsor, feel free. If you do, great. If you don't, great. Wow, I don't think you guys can see that, but there's some kind of like, I don't know, like old Joseon structure up there. It's right there. Maybe we'll try to go up there after we finish our exploration here in the market area. That is a surprise. And the colors around it, so good for photography. Oh yeah, we gotta go if we can. Okay, let's get some kind of rhyme and reason to why we're here. I think we're gonna look for camera equipment, and we're gonna look for maybe a hat and a sweater. So 3 things we need to take care of, and possibly get a snack because we just can't keep walking around here randomly. Here is a really cool thing, like sunglasses. I usually spend a lot of money on sunglasses on Coupang, which is a delivery service, and it's more than this price here, 10,000 won. I can just come here and get these sunglasses at a much cheaper price. And it doesn't matter if these are like knockoff or anything like that. They do the job, which is to protect your eyes from the sun. And these wallets are actually cool. There's a maple leaf design, there's a longhorn, so it's like Canada, Texas. And right next door to the sunglasses boutique, you have like this ring and jewelry area. These are like marble or something, some sort of stone. But anyways, it's 5,000 won, $4.20 or $3.75, something like that. They have various ring designs. This is so cool. Look at these. I don't wear rings, but a lot of my friends do. You can just come here and even get NBA championship ring. I love bracelets though. Like usually I will have a bracelet around my arm. Yeah, they had to cut off my bracelet from Kenya that I wore for like 2 years straight in order to do the operation on my wrist. So I want to buy a new bracelet, but I'm not sure because I don't know if I'll have to like get it cut off again. Right, actually I probably shouldn't get a bracelet because I have to have another surgery on my wrist next month in order to take out the metal pins. So yeah, buying a bracelet now wouldn't be great. Wow, here in the back you have like some antique stuff. Like here's a, it's like a water fountain fall that turns into like a mill at the bottom. I don't know if you need this in your home, but it would be cool if you had it in your home. Being here in the market kind of makes me realize how much stuff humans actually buy and throw away, or they buy for, you know, a certain amount of time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then they get bored of it and they just get rid of it. Sometimes just putting it in the trash, not knowing that, or not even realizing or thinking that maybe I can give these things away and another person would be able to benefit from them more than I did, or they can sell it, you know, at a very cheap price. But a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, like in the past, I used to do this. I would have like clothes that I didn't want anymore, and instead of giving them away, I would just throw them away instead of bringing them to a flea market. Always someone who could use the things that you have. So like just being here makes me think of that. It's like, okay, Francois, you have a lot of things at your home, you know, in your life that you don't really need. You want to give them away. Why don't you bring them to the flea market? And even though you might not get any money from them, it's okay, because we're all humans, we're all family, and it's like the great cycle of, not wealth, but the great cycle of like gift giving or something like that. Also, surprisingly, there are a lot of young people here trying on clothes and also like buying the street food and just chilling out here with their friends. Well, it is Friday in the middle of the day, so what can you expect? It's very impressive how young people are coming here to a flea market, because usually you associate like young people with buying like new things, but I'm very, very surprised that there are a lot of young people just here looking and actually buying stuff that people have already used. Like if this were in the United States, I don't even want to say just in the United States, but in the areas where I lived in the United States and when I grew up there, wearing hand-me-downs was not like trendy at all. This store is a vintage shop. It doesn't even look like the clothes are in bad condition at all. Francois needs a sweater, but I think these are women's sweaters. Not my style. Nice sweatshirts, cool vintage hats. Now this place is nice. It's like they have an upstairs too. Now, these are pretty cool. Yeah, I might get one of these. I don't know. So we're gonna go upstairs. These stairs are so narrow and so clean. So if clothes are presented, like hand-me-down clothes, I should say, are presented in a very clean and like orderly fashion, I think it makes it more attractive and people will have less of an obstruction in their mind to purchasing vintage clothes. Wow, that vintage store was actually owned by some young people and they told me how to get to the camera area. So yeah, it's cool. Young people buying clothes here, secondhand, and also selling them. Just nice walkthrough. Look at all those cords. Wow, so many computer cords for like power banks and stuff. Yeah, hair dryers, very narrow alleyway. Francois loves them. And here, there's another vintage store. Walk to the area where I was told to walk to find the camera equipment, and all I found was people. People, more shoes, clothes, and oh, there's some restaurants over here. This place has coconut juice and roasted sweet potatoes. Remember how at the beginning of the video I was saying that I don't like going shopping for clothes because there's just like too many options. When I have too many options, I have so much anxiety. I don't know exactly what to buy. I'm so sad. Found like a little camera store, but he only had like a GoPro. I asked him, said, where is the big camera store where all the lenses are? He says, I don't know. try walking over there. And now I'm back on the main street. This is definitely not where the cameras are. So I have to find a way to get back into the market because I still want to see a few more things. Okay, I decided to take a break and I'm gonna have some 𝐼𝐸𝐥𝐥, some banquet noodles here at the restaurant that I saw earlier because I'm like hungry and I don't think I'm gonna find anything that I was looking for today. I absolutely love these noodles. Oh my goodness, so good. Especially eating it with kimchi. Look at this. With radish. And this kimchi is really fresh. The only way to eat 𝐼𝐸𝐥𝐥 is with kimchi mixed together. Yo, that was so cool. I just ran into like a group of foreigners from Australia. This is their first day and they were just asking me like all kinds of questions. And I was like, wow, I can actually tell them like, you know, where to go. I came to this area inside of Dongmyo Flea Market and it's just like, I don't know, like a shrine or something. So people are just sitting here resting. It's a really cool place to take photos or to just come and sit and, you know, enjoy some talking time with your loved ones, or to just like come in here and just like be alone. But most people in here are taking photos and sitting down and chilling. This is a really cool place. I mean, there's like not a lot of things to see per se, but at the same time, there are so many things to see. Okay, Korea, here we go. I want to get to that temple area that I saw earlier. And of course, you gotta go up. Okay. Of course, this area would be nice. Oh my goodness, look at how nice it is. Like after coming from Dongmyo, where there's so many people. Wow. This is like very clean and relaxing. And of course, there are exercise machines here. So cool. Is my wrist okay? Oh, my wrist is getting stronger. Yo, those noodles were good, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm still hungry, especially after all the walking that I've done and that I'm about to do. So yeah, we're gonna look for something else to eat. Maybe that can be the next video. And here it is. I made it. This is what I saw when I was at Dongmyo Market. And I wonder if I can see where I was standing in Dongmyo Market. Ah, it's in this area here. You can't really see, but it's like right there where those yellow trees are. I think those are ginkgo trees. Yeah, I was right there earlier and I made it. It's really amazing what you find when you just keep your eyes open. I didn't even know this was here. I wasn't planning on coming here at all. I just happened to look up because I always scan the area, you know, looking for things to see. And I just happened to look up and very far away, there was this shrine-like area and just looked really cool. So yeah, I was like, let me try to go there. And I just walked across the street and hiked up a lot of stairs and here we are. I made it. It looks really cool. Ta-da! And that's it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me today on this trip to Dongmyo Flea Market. It was really nice. I didn't get a chance to get anything that I wanted because there's just too many choices. I thought I would go there and the options would be like very simple, very small, but it's bigger than I thought. It's immense. So make sure if you're going to Dongmyo Flea Market that you have hours and hours and hours to spare because that place just goes on forever. Anyways, thanks a lot. Love you guys. Make sure you stay hydrated. Francois needs to do. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace. The outside of the market area actually looks really vintage as well. Even though there's like this huge convention center right here in front of the flea market, it's still like really vintage looking. Like on this side of the street, you have these restaurants that look like very vintage, old style. And then like if you go into this little like alley way here, there are some shops and stuff down there that look very old. It's like a really interesting neighborhood, Dongmyo. And then wow, over there, there's like Cheonggyecheon. That's like the mainstream that goes in the center of Seoul. Okay. Ah, okay. So I see what kind of camera stuff they have. So they have like this kind of camera, this stuff here, like very old, like camcorders and things like that. Okay, okay, okay. Now I understand.